Welcome back, my computer duders. It's almost exactly midnight. Real Zambora hours represent. More importantly, that makes it really easy for me to measure out the time of these episodes. I want to do about 30 minutes per episode, so 12 to 12:30 is one episode, 12:30 to 1 is another, 1 to 1:30 and so on. I want to knock out at least 4. I like the peace of mind that comes from having a bunch of them done, so I can do other things. This is probably the least realistic part of the game. I'm in a public park restroom, and there's no Republican congressmen blowing each other in here. Not even one. This is definitely not Earth. This is not the reality I know. Where was I? Did I come from here? Did I come from here? No, I came from here. There was like a door where I thought it was the end of the game. And then I got way further than this and I got killed. It's been a couple days. That's the downside of doing episodes in bursts, in short bursts, is that you get really immersed for a bunch of episodes and then you take a long break and you have no idea what the fuck's going on and you're not in the mood for the game anymore. Now I'm in a fucking jungle and I don't remember why. Welcome to the jungle! We got blood and guts! We got everything you want! Got a cheese man who'll fondle your nuts in the jungle! Welcome to the jungle! Na, 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 na. Cheese man? Are you out there? I know I said some harsh things, but I really feel like we've been through too much to... There he is! There he is. He promised to meet me here and confess his love to me under the sakura trees. Senpai! I didn't think you would arrive. Oh, look at his buttocks. What would we even talk about, though, on a date? Like, our love of cheese? Our, his apparent problems with seizures? There's no canon in the story for why they're fucked up like that. Like in Silent Hill, they were all fucked up in different ways that represented like torments of the main character. In this one, they're just fucked up because, hey guys, remember Silent Hill? Wasn't that cool? This guy looks kind of like a dude from Silent Hill, doesn't he? That was the entire... Not that they're bad, they're creepy. But because Silent Hill was creepy, they don't do enough original stuff. And there's also not a large enough variety, but that's a problem of budget. I'm back. I've warped back around to enjoying this game because nothing's gone disastrously wrong in the first couple minutes since coming back to it. Can we talk about what a symptomatic like sign of late stage capitalism it is that I would work my ass off in order to elevate myself out of dismal, crusty conditions so that I have so I can afford nice, clean, safe surroundings and a nice computer and a VR headset so I can simulate being trapped in crusty, dismal surroundings. Like, think about that. Take all the time you need. Let it soak in. Just marinate the nipples of your mind in that truth bomb that I just dropped on you. Somewhere Russell Brand is watching this and he's just furiously scribbling down notes. I hope not. I want to drop a bomb. I want to drop Russell Brand as a bomb onto David Avocado Wolf. I want to tape like cardboard fins to his legs. Cheese man, please. I think I'm going to name Cheese Louise. They could have done a better job with this walkway, considering that it would not have been hard to parallax map this and make the stone smaller and fix almost everything aesthetically wrong with it. Also some grass, some basic Unity grass. I guess grass isn't scary, but you could make like scraggly brown grass. I constitutionally cannot stop complaining. I'm like possessed by the spirit of a little old 90-year-old Jewish grandpa. This is where I was. How far did I get? Not very, right? This is... I remember why I liked this. This is spoopy. Speaking of which, I get, like, I don't know why, but, like, primally paranoid when I use the bathroom. I don't know why. I need something in my hand that I can use as, like, a club. It's not a rational thing. I think there's some primal part of my brain that's like, if you're going to the bathroom, you're going to be vulnerable to attackers. You need to have a weapon at the ready. Like, there's some vestigial instinct that if you go to take a leak, that's when the fucking puma is going to come out and snatch you away. And all the monkeys will, like, screech and jump around and then rapidly forget you and move on with their lives. Dun 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 dun. I really wish these were searchable. I wish any of the cabinets. This is like, if this had even the same degree of environmental interactivity as Penumbra, it would really put it over the top. What was that? Oh. It's like the eyeball key. It's not an eyeball, it's a key, but it's in the shape of an eyeball. Welcome to Oregon Quarter! We've got keys that are shaped like eyes! Look out for the cheese man! He has sex with guys in the jungle! Welcome to the jungle! Although that's not really enough to... I could have sworn I saw something on the ground. Oh, it's just the texture effects. They haven't been so low as to hide little itty-bitty things in the environment like in the fan-made Penumbra sequel that pissed me off so badly. Isn't this the same room, just from the other side? It is not. I can save here and get ammo. I had a better verse than that saved in memory, but I forgot it, like, right as I went to sing it. Welcome to the jungle! I can't remember shit! I probably have Alzheimer's! And frankly, it's kind of scary. I don't want to sing about this anymore. Is that a thing? Can you get Alzheimer's this young? Is there like early onset Alzheimer's? Like baby AIDS? You'd think AIDS would spare the babies. But no, even babies, especially babies. For to AIDS, they are the most succulent and powerful. Heart. These are the Captain Planet fucking symbols. I better not have to fight him. Captain Planet's like Loki and Eldritch Horror with lesbian hair. How did they make it on Unity and make it look this bad, though? I mean, it's good in some respects. It fits the environment, but the shadows, look, like, Unity has better shadows than this. Was it out of consideration for performance? Is this like a Ukrainian game and nobody in their country has a computer good enough to run Unity with full shadows on VR? Is that it? Because I've seen Russian computers and they're potatoes. They take their potato computers and make them into pierogies. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. It wasn't he has sex with guys, it was he has sex with pies. Like he'll have sex with a pie that you're about to eat without your knowledge, and then you'll ingest some of his jizz. And then 9 months later, a miracle of nature will happen. A horrifying miracle of nature, the likes of which has never been seen. Because nobody's willing to look at it. So with the market going crazy lately, I've been thinking about economics a lot. And a lot of the issues with the economy... Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Well, that's gone now. That's just gone. I have to go load my game. A lot of the issues of the economy can be framed as like the $15 an hour issue, like wanting $15 an hour for fast food on the grounds that that's what's necessary to live. But the thing is, just because you need a certain amount of money doesn't have any bearing on whether the work you do is worth that amount of money. And I say this as someone who supports it. I mean, I support it going up to 10 because it has to keep pace with inflation, which it has not done for like a decade. But if you were to put 1,000 people on an island with lots of resources, I think they would, on their own, stratify into a hierarchy. Probably under a tyrant, probably under whoever's strongest or who has the weapons, but everybody below that would sort of stratify according to their abilities, according to what they're able to do that is useful to the other members of the group. That's the value that they create. Like, if somebody was a doctor before they got shipwrecked or whatever, then that person would, you know, create a lot of value and be able to command a lot of good stuff in trade for medical services. If somebody was an agricultural technician and knew how to get food to grow in the soil and knew how to grow food in such a way as to like permaculture and shit, that person would create a lot of value and would be able to trade that value that they create for lots of good stuff. But then there's Jeff. Jeff is just a hypothetical guy who is on the island with everybody else, didn't ask to be there, just got dumped there, and he has no marketable skills that anybody else needs. Like, his thing is he's really good at Counter-Strike 1.6, which is not useful to anybody on the island because, of course, they don't fucking have computers yet. Like, they're slowly rebuilding society, and eventually, in like decades, they'll industrialize. But until then, Jeff's shit out of luck. He doesn't have any skills anybody wants. So, you know, he starts complaining, hey, everybody else has more stuff than I do. The people who have the medical practices set up, they have really nice huts that the guy who knows how to build huts built for them. I want a hut like that. And they're like, well, what have you done that's valuable enough to the guy who builds huts to get him to build one for you? And it's like, oh, I shouldn't have to do that. It should just be a right. It should be a human right to have this other guy perform labor for me without compensation, which is slavery. And people who are against this argument sort of wrinkle their nose when you say that. And you know, this is usually when the insults begin to fly, but they don't have any argument against it. That's why the insults start to come out at that stage. If somebody just... And the thing is, it's even worse. I mean, Jeff at least has a good excuse. He came from a society of abundance where he could get away with not developing those skills to some degree if he was a dependent of someone else. And then was plopped against his will on an island, although of course none of us asked to be born, so we're all kind of here against our will. Well, without asking. But people who live in a society where information is freely available on the internet all the time, and you can teach yourself anything. The entire MIT series of lectures is available online. I taught myself, well, not everything, but most of the stuff I learned about how to do computer game stuff I taught myself. I bought books. Like, I wanted to learn how to edit levels, so I bought a level editing guide. I wanted to learn how to 3D model characters, so I bought a 3D modeling book, and I got a lot of use out of it. I turned pages down. I like dog-eared them. What was I doing? So I could refer to stuff that I needed to know how to do later on. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. That's how I do that without dropping it. That's good to know. The door is outside. Don't drop it this time. Oh, good. We're almost over time and I haven't fucking done anything but talk about thought experiments. If you simplify everything to just people on an island and starting society over, it can really be very illustrative. It can be very revealing. It's a useful exercise. For example, people who are disillusioned with society, they think that, you know, society is a system that benefits everybody but them, and it's exploitative and evil. And they want to tear it down and start over. Alright. Well, if we did that and started society over on an island, pretty soon we would need cops because there would be rapists and thieves that people would want protection from. Pretty soon we would have banks again because people would have some kind of currency they use for trade that they would want to protect from theft. Pretty soon we would have schools so that parents don't have to spend all their time, their productive time during the day, teaching their kids to do shit. All the things that they hate about society that make them identify it as a system are things that evolved out of necessity and that would reoccur organically if society were to start anew. When they say it's a system, when they hate that about it, what they really are saying is basically that they don't like responsibilities. They don't like responsibilities, they don't like rules and consequences, and they associate that, they think that's just one way of running things, and that it would be possible with an entirely blank slate to come up with a new society that doesn't have any of those things, and that's not true. Even the absolutely best case, like rosiest case of anarchist communes, or shit like Slab City, where basically people only live there if the alternative is living on the street. And a lot of them are drug addicts, and it is not a nice place to live. But there's a certain kind of person who's romantic and a little bit mentally childlike. And they don't like to hear answers like that. They don't like to hear... Pragmatism is like an it's corrosive to them. They hate the concept that things that they don't like about society are that way for a reason. The concept of a necessary evil to them is repulsive. They want to believe everything can be perfect, and whatever cool idea they just heard about on a TED Talk or something is the key. They just saw zeitgeist, and all we need is a resource-based economy, even though they can't really explain what that is besides some sound bites from the film. They can't explain how it would work because they don't have any actual... How do I exit this? Oh yeah, I remember. Any background in... They don't have the background necessary to understand how an economic system works and what it's for. They can't give you a solid definition of any of those things. They just have feelings, and they have a picture in their head of what they think it would look like. Nuh-uh. Just waiting for me. Do I need all this health? Yes. I do, don't I? There we go. But I don't need these bullets because I don't have the pistol anymore because I dropped it on the ground. I can't get my hand in there. There we go. I'm glad I don't have to open up the inventory every time I want to put something into it. Then the janitor is going to come in here later and think that he shot himself to death. Every dead body tells a story. Not a good story, but still a better love story than Twilight. Ayo, but I'm try the shrimp. I'm here all night. Meet Floor, you're my only friend. Was that bad? That was bad. What is this douche? Chemical dropper. I want to say that's how I've supposed to have been getting that webbing off of those items I couldn't use. Like I was supposed to find a dropper in the other levels, and that's how you access those ammunition boxes and health items. If that's true, I have no idea where they would have been, because I saw nothing of the sort, and I searched high and low. Okay, hold on. Oh shit! Oh, he covered that ground really quickly. Is there another one? Spoopamans. Don't you pop out. I can duck under here, can't I? Okay. I really wish there had been another ammo box. I'm mangling my sentences because I'm legit afraid right now. I wish I could reach that. Is that down? Ah! I can't reach the ammo. I don't have any. I can't reach it. Could you not? Do we really have to? Okay, we do. Cause of death, bad tracking. I don't want you to watch this and get the idea that Oculus has inherently shittier tracking than Vive. It doesn't. It's my setup. Frankly. I'm at a desk. I've got boxes stacked around me because I've been, planning a move for weeks. The issue with the move was the stock market crash and the crypto crash. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna move to a nicer place. I'm gonna be closer to my friends. I won't have to drive a fucking hour. Every time I want to hang out, this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a new chapter of my life. It's better everything. It's got a fucking rooftop fire pit. It's got solar panels. It's got fucking expensive ass rent too, though. And then that fell through because suddenly my money was worth nothing. On the other hand, because Bitcoin crashed down to a abysmally low price, I put a shitload of savings into it when it was at its lowest recently, gambling that it won't go even lower. If it does, then I've been made a fool of once again. If not, though, I can potentially significantly grow it. I already came through that door, didn't I? What do I need? I need to go to the elevator. I need to get the heart key to unlock the monster's heart. Get him to open up to me. Oh, we never talk. That's the problem. He's so guarded. Guarded with his feelings. However, we are over time, so that's going to have to wait for the next episode. Say hi to your mother for me.